So it's been a little minute. These last two off days didn't really feel like off days, I'm not gonna lie. I was constantly thinking about this and what I'm doing with life in general. And, you know, I'm going to keep on referencing the traveling iPhone through time because it's such a masterpiece of a song, bro. I need J. Cole to release like a full version of Hit the Gas, bro. Like Bombs in the Ville is cool, it's vibey, but I skip straight to Hit the Gas every time, bro. Fuck with your nigga, I'm going through things. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Great horn on my head and knees, I know a few things. If I could talk to him, bro, me, I just need a checkpoint, bro. I know life ain't no game. I know it ain't no show. I know there's no character arcs in the sense of that. And you know, life is much more messy and things don't really wrap up the way a nice show does. You know what I mean? That's why I like Intergalactic so much because he wears that hoodie, the red hoodie that says closure on it. Bro, I love closure. Sometimes I give it to the wrong people. But I love closure, man. When everybody can learn from the situation and everybody can move forward knowing that they did the best that they could. But that doesn't always happen in life, you know? That's why specifically this, everything with YouTube is so like such a toss up for me because I'm constantly thinking like, am I doing the right thing? You know what I'm saying? I think it was a Kendrick song that was like, is this really my purpose? Did I put enough work in? Something like that. I don't know, man. But it's hard, is what I'm trying to say. It's hard life. As it keeps going on, as I keep getting older, I'm realizing I have less friends. I have less family because they're passing away slowly but surely, man. But I also have more family because now people are growing older and having kids. So it's a give and take. But for the most part, it just feels like everything keeps changing. And that's the constant of life. And I know it's necessary, but I guess that's another reason I like to do this because the format doesn't change. My thoughts do, my mood does, hell of a lot, but the format does not change. I show up for myself as much as I can. I'd like to show up for my viewers as much as I can. You know, I hope if there's anybody out there who like just needs like consistency, something like that, you know, that I scratch that itch. But that's very far-fetched dream of mine. But I'm sure maybe someday. But yeah, man. Been watching The Big Bang Theory. Been watching a lot of sort of stupid reactions. That's not me calling them that. That's their actual channel name. And I'm realizing I miss my friends. I miss my friends back in high school. I miss some friends that I've lost to sickness. I miss some of my friends that I've lost to accidents. I miss some of my friends that I've lost to miscommunication. And everything happens for a reason, right? I keep thinking, I keep flashing forward to like it all working out, quote unquote. But what I see now is the apartment I've always wanted, the job that doesn't drain me, maybe a dog, But I don't see a girl. I don't see a girl. I don't see friends. I see the solitude that I've begrudgingly grown accustomed to in the end of last year and the beginning of this one, up to today. This uncomfortable comfort. And sometimes I'm okay with it. Other times I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to be. But everybody's story is not the same. You know, some people are meant to be surrounded by other people. And, you know, solitude is supposed to be a season. Solitude is supposed to be when things really change, when things really happen. You know, that's when God calls you, so to speak. That's another thing, man. I've been stuck on Exodus for so long, and I said that I was gonna read the whole Bible, and I had people that didn't believe that I was going to. I know I'm going to, but Exodus just feels so boring. But maybe, just maybe, and maybe this is my artist brain speaking, but I like to find meaning in things. Exodus is about escaping life as you know it, and building a new life for yourself and your people. And maybe the reason I'm stuck on it, or the reason I'm stuck on this point in my life, has a direct correlation, maybe even causation. You know what I mean? Like, the Bible's not the only book I'm stuck on. I have this tendency to lock in elsewhere, and that's when I start a new book, start a new show, start a new game. And I'm good for a while, but then I stagnate just like everything else. And you know, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So sometimes I fear that that'll happen to freestyle therapy too. What am I talking about? Y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance. I ain't even intro yet. Hair's still wet. Hello, how you doing? Proceed with me to the promised land, because my name is Caution and this is where I stand. Listen, bro. I wish I had some advice for you, or them, or me. But I'm in it. I'm in it right now. I'll let you know when I figure it out. Very wet. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a whole beat, so. Could wait it out for a little bit. cat's rolling over. I never taught her how to do that, so she just intuited like that, I guess. Oh. That's crazy, bro. As soon as you get used to it, it changes. I feel like going out and get some empanadas. Getting some empanadas. That's the whole beat. Nah, we gonna try it, bro. Fuck it. We gonna fucking try it. Man. How long this man gonna stay stuck on his kinfolk? How long this man gonna how long this man gonna stay stuck on his kinfolk? I know it's 2026, but the shit's slow. The shit's slow. When he's gonna move on? When's he gonna move on? Start his own life, get his own family, start his new life. Think about a new wife. Instead of repeating everything that done happened already, it's like restarting the game. It's like popping out the disc and cleaning out the tray just to play the same game. I said, how long's he gonna struggle on his kinfolk, feeling like he ain't the same as them? So at the beginning and at the end, will he ever feel like he came from the real place that he think he's in? That he think he's in, I mean, will his life ever begin? Will he come to his senses? Will he stow his hesitation? Will he show his presentation? Instead of preparing these slides for so long that you wonder, will he ever get on the ride? Or will he forever watch the other people have fun and be scared that he'll die? Be scared that he'll die. Let people cut ahead in line, cause he's not sure what he wants to eat, what he wants to dine. Happily give up his plate. Happily give up his plate and be so picky that he won't even choose to go on a second date. When will his life begin? How much longer will he stay struggling with his kinfolk? This is just the intro. In 4 months, I'll start school again. This time, I'm actually able to make some progress with my minor, which is creative writing. And my major, if I haven't talked about it already, is psychology. I like psychology. Even when I was an actor, And psychology is like a, what's the word? Psychology, taking a psychology class is mandatory as an actor. I always told myself it's because, you know, you can lose yourself in a role. You want to have control over your own mind. Maybe that's true. Cases like Heath Ledger, rest in peace. But maybe it also has to do with like being in the mind of somebody else, realizing what emotions really are. Things like that. Not being ignorant to other people's problems because you can't step into their mind. Maybe. But yeah, creative writing. I've been a writer all my life. I've been telling stories all my life. My dad used to tell me stop telling them stories, but he wasn't talking about writing. He was talking about back when I would lie. But I would lie very well. I would paint a picture, a whole picture. So believable. But he saw right through it. Stop telling them stories, man. That's pretty funny. Because I never actually did stop telling them stories. I did stop lying. See y'all in the next one.